The Jamaica Bay Wildlife Refuge is a haven of natural beauty and serenity, located in the wetlands of Jamaica Bay and straddling the border of Brooklyn and Queens. The region it covers looks small on a map, but the 18,000-acre estuary is larger than the entire island of Manhattan. With rich diversity in flora and fauna, the park is unique because of its proximity to urban life.
It's funny because I come from a background of ecology and zoology, but I was born and raised in New York City. And I think people really don't know the other side of New York City outside of fashion and business and Wall Street and what have you. And really, New York City has a lot of natural scenes and really, really interesting places like Jamaica Bay. You know, Jamaica Bay is sort of seen as another location. You know, what if you step if you're in that area and you step on like some of the step on the grounds of the Jamaica Bay Wildlife Refuge, you feel like you're in a different place. If you step into some of the neighborhoods, you don't realize you're in Jamaica Bay until you see the New York City skyline. And there's really a lot of wildlife and just really neat different habitats that exist in the bay, and it's just amazing that these places and these things coincide and live right next door to an urban place, and so I think it really makes New York City an interesting and exciting place to learn about the environment.
Around the mid 1990s, people started noticing that there were water quality was in a state of disrepair in Jamaica Bay. Noxious smells, off colors in the water. So there were communities that sued the city of New York over violations of the Clean Water Act. The city's response was swift and strong. They passed the Jamaica Bay Watershed Protection Plan and invested billions of dollars in wastewater treatment plants and a number of different efforts to kickstart environmental restoration and community resilience and restoration. That was those were efforts in their own right, but they were also part of the long-term sustainability plan for the city of New York. So the city had invested a lot in Jamaica Bay, the National Park System invested a lot in Jamaica Bay, and they saw an opportunity to continue to advance the revitalization and restoration of this landscape. And the first effort, it just so happened that the first effort that was initiated was the Science and Resilience Institute of Jamaica Bay.
To help facilitate policymaking and research, the Institute forms a bridge between three important groups: scientists, government agencies, and the Jamaica Bay community itself.
So one of the problems with science and policy often is that they happen in their own echo chambers. So scientists publish paper, they do research, they publish papers. That allows them to get more funding to publish more papers. But often that happens without necessarily checking in with the communities or the society in which they exist to really see, is this the best science, is this the most relevant science that we should be doing? And so what the Institute really can play a critical role in is to bridge that gap and to let scientists know, hey, this is what folks who are managing the Bay really care about and what they want to know. This is what people who live around the Bay really are interested in, and it will help direct their research and provide outcomes of their research that are more useful for everyone.
Since the Institute is located on the Brooklyn College campus, students can learn about science and policy in an interdisciplinary manner.
That it gives us a great opportunity to teach students, have them learn while working on the issues that the professionals are working on right now, right? So because of our relationship with the Institute, there's an opportunity for students in lots of different classes to interact with professionals, government agencies, decision makers, the stakeholders and the communities that live and work around Jamaica Bay. it goes beyond any one particular class, so we can weave in stories about Jamaica Bay in like an intro to environmental science course, or a environmental ethics course, or an ecological economics course, or an environmental sociology class. Right? There's so many different dimensions to this, to the problem of how do we move forward in the next 50 years to make cities more livable, or to cope with rising sea levels.
We believe that having these interactions are super important and valuable to really create meaning to the work that we're all trying to do, right? Is to protect and conserve Jamaica Bay.